All right, gang, time for round two. Let's make it happen.
Okay, so I want to give a couple definitions here and just to give some perspective and a starting point. So let's say for the first point, you are God and I am God, and all of existence in the universe that we know of is God, life. Okay?
Holy pantheism, Batman! Now, look, I went through a phase like this myself. Honest, I did. I had just read Stranger in a Strange Land. If you haven't read that, you should. Awesome book. And, as attractive as it was to replace the deity notion with the universe and with life, we already have words for those things. It's universe and it's life. We don't need to call these things God. I mean, what makes them so special other than we dig 'em, you know? It just seems really redundant to start calling these things God. We already have names for them and they are what they are.
So, from that perspective, um, you are all the proof you need of your own existence. You are here, you are aware. Okay? So, there's no more proof that you need. I mean, that's it. We're here. It's us.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, right. But the thing is, as far as I can tell, we're just made of matter. We're here, but we're not magical. We're not gods. So, where are you going with this, huh?
So, I mean, you are part of the whole, and in being part of the whole, everything you do affects the whole. Therefore, you are the whole.
Some jokes just write themselves.
So, the problem comes in when we see ourselves as separate.
But we really are separate in many ways. I mean, it's not like we can communicate mind to mind. It's not like we can feel someone else thinking their thoughts. So, again, I really don't know where you're going with this. I mean, yeah, okay, we're not completely separate from our environment, but in terms of our perception of the world, we most certainly are separate. So where are you going with this, huh?
This separation is in the form of our false persona or our ego, uh, also referred to as our mind. Not our brain, but our mind.
Gotta stop you there, Chester, 'cause as far as I can tell, they're the same thing. Your brain generates your mind. You think with your brain. You feel with your brain. You are who you are because of your brain. Now, it sounds like you're arguing for a kind of dualism, which, on the face of it, does sound kind of attractive, but at the same time, it just doesn't hold up against careful scrutiny. So, if everything you have to say after this is based on that idea, I'm not sure we're going to see eye to eye on this one unless you can show me how there's a mind-brain dualism going on.
In seeing ourselves as separate, we fear for our survival. We, we are afraid of death, etc. We're afraid of not living, not being life, and therefore we abuse each other.
Whoa, that's one hell of a leap. You're saying we abuse each other because we don't want to die. I don't think that's true. I think we abuse each other because we're selfish motherfuckers for the most part. But, abusing someone else doesn't mean you'll live longer necessarily. Defending yourself might, but abusing someone else? I mean, I suppose, okay, if you're arguing people are selfish and therefore they take things from other people in order to survive longer, okay, I can see that. But, I don't think that's necessarily what drives humanity. I'm not even sure that's necessarily what drives the rest of the animal kingdom. I just don't think it follows that we abuse because we don't want to die.
This abuse is obvious in the world. We have a billion people starving, and if it's true what I say, that you are God and I am God and everyone's God, then those people that are starving are you and I.
No, they're not. You, me, them, we're all distinct, discrete individuals. We are specific entities. Even if we're part of a single whole, we have an independence, and that means we're not each other.
So the process I'm involved in is stopping the ego, stopping the mind, so that I can, become life in what it really should be, as opposed to what we exist now as abuse.
Well, for starters, I don't even know what you mean by what we should be. Who or what determines what we should be? And furthermore, I don't even know what you're picturing when you say what life should be. What does that even look like? Turning off the ego, turning off the mind? What's left? I can't even picture that. It makes no sense at all.
One of the points I made was that knowledge is useless, and to give a better explanation of that, I was really trying to say that life does not need knowledge to be life. Knowledge is not a requirement for life. Life can be life without knowledge.
Well, okay, if that's what you meant, then sure. Life is certainly possible without knowledge. Goodness knows there's single-celled organisms out there that are bloody stupid, know nothing more than stimulus response. But, life without knowledge is kind of dull. And it's a lot easier with knowledge, trust me. Like I said before, knowledge is power.
Knowledge comes in the form of information, and that's what we use, and we use it in a means to get power over one another in order to abuse and enslave each other.
Hold on there, Spanky. Now, I'm a bit pessimistic about humanity, but I'm sorry, when I say knowledge is power, I don't just mean the power to abuse or power over other people. With knowledge you can help. With knowledge you can advance. With knowledge you can make things better. And many people do. So when I say knowledge is power, you've perverted that into knowledge is dominance, and that is not what I meant at all.
But life exists eternally, so there is no need for this fear.
Whoa there, Skipper. Now hold on a minute. Life exists eternally? No, it doesn't. No, it bloody doesn't. Life is a biological process that has certain requirements. Heat, light, energy, food, all of that stuff. And I'm sorry, but the universe will eventually reach a point of heat death and all life gone away. 100% gone. And life on this planet will have been long gone even before then. Life does not go on eternally. Unless you've got some evidence that I don't know about. Do please present it.
Okay, so the other context of God I'd bring up is that you can observe in your own life, is there something that is controlling you? And if you're honest, you'll find the answer is yes. You're controlled by your thoughts, feelings, emotions, your opinions, your desires. Those kinds of things control us.
Whoa there, Slim. I don't know about that one. I'd say those things are us. Tell me, what else is there besides that?
You just need to see yourself as equal. I mean, you said that knowledge is power, so in saying that, you're saying that you want to have power over something or someone, and in that enslave something or someone.
No. Knowledge is power, but power is not necessarily dominance. Power can be used for great good, for great harm, for all kinds of things. But it is not inherently one or the other.
So, you also said you agree with me that you're equal, so I think you have to choose which one it is, because that's kind of standing on both sides of the coin.
Actually, what I was really agreeing with was that I was not on some higher plane of existence, that I'm not some special luminous being that isn't made of matter like everything else in this universe. That's what I was really saying.
Alright, thanks a lot.
Catch you next time.
Everything you do affects the whole. Therefore, you are the whole.
Priceless.